Summer is just few months away, and most of you can't wait for you to get your physique in shape. And most of you also think it's way too late to start exercising to get your physique in shape because summer is already way too close and there's nothing you can do about it. Well, I think that's the wrong mindset because you're definitely wrong. 2 months is more than enough for you to actually get your physique in shape. Of course, you're definitely not going to look like Chris Bumstead, neither are you going to look like your favorite fitness influencer, but one thing for sure is that you're going to look way better than you started. So instead of you staying there being hopeless about it, get your eyes up and try to do something about it. So what kind of training should you do to be able to improve your physique before summer comes around? And what kind of food should you eat to be able to build your physique before summer comes around? That's exactly what we're going to be talking about in this video. But one thing for sure is that you want to combine weight training and cardio to get the best results you want as soon as possible. Because being that we don't have much time and we want to see results very quickly, so we want to combine weight training and cardio. So this is how I will actually basically go about it. Weight training is going to be 3 times a week and cardio is going to be twice a week. I know most of you is going to be like, if I'm doing weight training, why should I do cardio? I mean, doing weight training, I'm already burning calories, and also when I'm recovering, I'm also burning calories. But the thing is that cardio burns way more calories than weight training, and it's also good for your heart. So that's one thing you also need to consider. Cardio is very beneficial. It's also going to help you build that very defined and aesthetic physique. So do not underestimate cardio. Cardio and weight training is going to be what we're going to be focusing on today's video. So what kind of training should you do? Well, for this video, we're going to go with the basic exercise you can actually start with. For example, like the push-ups, pull-ups, chin-ups. Those exercises are basically going to actually help you develop your upper body and also going to help you develop your chest. So let's say for the push-ups, you can literally do like 20 reps, 4 sets, or 15 to 20 reps. And for the pull-ups, you can actually do 8 to 10 reps, 4 sets. And with the chin-ups, same thing, 8 to 10 reps, then 4 sets. So with the push-up, that's going to help you develop your pecs, and the pull-up is going to help you develop your lats, your shoulders, and also going to give you that V shape, make your shoulder wider, and also improve your triceps. So with the chin-up is going to help you focus more on your biceps and on your lats. So these 3 exercises, these 3 basic exercises are going to help you develop your upper body. And then we switch to the abs. So when it comes to the abs, you also want to build a very nice slim stomach with these basic exercises like sit-ups, leg raises, and twist. You can do 15 reps each, 4 sets for each exercise, because actually also having a very narrow waist and with abs is also very important because it gives you the perfect V shape you want to see. So for your legs, you also want to focus on developing your legs, because having a very nice quad and a very nice calves is also very crucial for you to have a nice physique. It makes your physique look way more complete. So having a very nice developed quad also gives your waist a very narrow view, because most people think just having a wide shoulder and a broad shoulder is all the way to go, but instead having a very nice quad, developed quad, also make your waist look smaller than it looks. So for your quads, you also want to do squats, and just in case maybe the squat is way too easy for you, you can go with the jump squats. And if you want to involve your hamstrings, then you can do the squat but open your leg a little bit wider, and then you do the same thing again. So you can go with 15 to 20 reps, 4 sets each. And then for your calf, you want to go with calf raises, because even if you do have a nice quad and all, but your calves look small, it also gives that illusion of your skipping leg day. So you also want to develop your calves. So you can go with calf raises, 15 reps, 4 sets each. If you can actually go for 4 sets, 3 sets is also good enough for your calves. Cardio is one of the most underrated exercise. Well, not completely underrated, but people don't just like doing cardio because they feel like it's boring and yeah, they just feel like it's boring. But the thing is that cardio is very beneficial. Aside from the fact it's going to keep your body slim, shredded, and make your six-pack visible, it's also very good for your heart. Yeah, it keeps your heart very healthy and strong. So that's also one thing we also need to consider. And you also need to remember that your heart is the engine that keeps your body going. So if you can actually keep that strong every single day, that's one thing you should be happy about. But so these are very basic things you need to know about cardio. You need to understand that walking is cardio. Most people don't think walking is cardio because it's obviously something you do every single day and you think it's very easy to do, so it's nothing. But if you try to get 10,000 steps every single day, you see it's very beneficial. There are many other ways you can implement walking into your lifestyle. Let's say, for example, after a big meal, You can just come down and you can take your dog out, or you can just walk around. You do that. And the other thing about cardio is that aside from the fact it's gonna keep your body shredded and in shape and all, it also protects you from having insulin resistance after a meal. So if you go out after eating and you take your walk, it's gonna reduce your blood sugar spike. So that's also one thing to consider, because that's gonna help you reduce your risk of diabetes. Yeah, exactly. Didn't see that coming, right? So walking is completely underestimated. And also, if you think walking is too easy for you, you want to do something a bit more intense, more interesting, we can go with zone 2 cardio. Zone 2 cardio is literally that cardio you do, like you're literally running, but you're keeping a pace where you can also keep a conversation going. You're not running out of breath and you're not running too hard. You're running in a way you can keep this speed going for a long time, if possible, for as long as possible. So that's zone 2 cardio. You don't want to go too fast, you don't want to go too slow. So the longer you go, the better it is. And also, there's also this is one of my favorite cardio I love to do. You can do this for like 10 minutes. Let's say you have two dumbbells at home, two 12 kg dumbbells at home, two, and you can just pick those and walk around, like say for like 10 minutes. When you get to, you can drop them and pick them back up again. With this cardio right here, it's like you consider you combining cardio and weight training, because at the same time you're building your grip strength and you're also building your shoulders. Yeah, because anytime I do that exercise, I always have my shoulders always burn and my forearms always burn. So I'm literally improving my grip strength and my shoulders at the same time, and also getting shredded, also burning calories at the same time. So that's one thing people need to also consider and understand. Cardio is very important, and also you need to understand that cardio is very healthy. Aside from keeping you shredded, giving the best physique, having the defined six packs and all, it helps you with insulin resistance, and also it keeps your heart strong. So that's one thing you need to put into consideration. When it comes to nutrition, that's one of the most sophisticated topic you can ever come up with. I mean, if you come to think about it, when you're training, you're literally breaking down your muscles, and your body needs amino acids to build your muscle back up, to get stronger. So that's where protein comes in. Protein is one of the most important things you want to implement into your diet, because protein is what your body needs to get stronger, especially when you're training. So protein like chicken, steak, eggs, salmon, those are one of the most important protein dense food you want to keep into your diet, because your body's gonna need it. And also, sometimes when you're eating, you do kind of eat more than you should. So that's where fiber comes in. Fiber keeps your stomach full, and it also helps you keep yourself from insulin resistance. If you consume fiber before any other meal, like it's gonna help your guts digest your food properly, and also keeps you away from insulin resistance. It keeps you away from your blood sugar spike. So that's one thing you need to also implement into your food. So make sure to also get your vegetables into your diet. And also, you do also need carbohydrate. Yeah, carbohydrate is not the enemy, it's the calories. So if you actually consume more than you burn, you're definitely gonna gain weight. But if you eat less than you burn, you're definitely gonna stay in shape. So you can eat your carbohydrate. Me personally, I eat carbohydrate in those days when I know I'm gonna be lifting weights, or those days I know I'm going to be doing some body weight training. So carbohydrate is not your enemy. You can definitely consume carbohydrate, but consume them when you know that you are literally gonna train and you're literally gonna need the energy. And also fat. Fat is not your enemy either. But the thing is that you need to consume the right fat. So if you're consuming fat from, like, let's say, avocado and butter, those are healthy for you. So you don't want to consume the fat that comes from junk food, because that's definitely not healthy. So we don't want to go about that one. So just so you know, fat is not your enemy. Carbohydrate is not your enemy. It's about the calories. You also need to understand your starting point. If you're someone who is overweight and you start training and everything, you want to go into calorie deficit. If you're someone who is skinny, you want to go into calorie surplus. Eat as much as you need, a lot of protein, and train hard. And also, if you're someone who is skinny fat, you do want to go into calorie deficit, okay? And also, you want to prioritize cardio so you can burn off that excess body fat you don't want to see or you don't want to have, because the less body fat you have, the more defined your physique is going to look. So that's it for today. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you like this video, and if you do, please do give me a like and a subscribe to my YouTube channel, because that will be very helpful to me. For you, it's just a click, but for me, it means a lot. So until then, guys, see you in the next video. Ooh. Yeah.